Well, this is the true test, isn't it? Map 5. And scenarios like this, they do not come often. Reverse sweep territory for NRG.
How have we ended up here?
It's unbelievable. From the second half of Split onwards, something has just flipped. They cracked, they broke, something about it.
Yeah. MIBR were 4 rounds away from being able to make it to Santiago. That's all they needed on Split was 4 rounds. But they couldn't find him. Couldn't find him anywhere. And then on Abyss, they didn't have a hope. There was a lot going wrong on Abyss for MIBR. They looked like they were losing their heads. They need to find him again quick for Haven. For either squad, losing out here is really rough. You've got a super team, you've got the defending world champions. Expectations are enormous. Only one of the teams can make it. Only one team gets the right to represent Americas and hunt for another trophy. And even though we're in the lower bracket, I really do think either of these teams, whoever makes it, will be in a hunt for a trophy. That will be what they are looking to achieve.
There's no slouches this year in Americas.
Whether they can get that form going. And here we see the compositions. It is a solo duelist map here.
No surprises.
Not particularly. But I would also say it's not up towards the top of anybody's map pool. We are now down in the dirt at the end of what for MIBR is the 3rd best of 5 in 3 days.
Yeah.
I mean, exhaustion's going to play a factor. Prep is going to play a factor as well, because I think you are more likely to be prepped for other maps than this final one.
Hidden reserves need to be accessed to try and shove off and prevent this reverse sweep from happening. These players are experienced across the board on both sides of the stage. They've been in spots like this before, whether they've been the one reverse sweeping or trying to push it back and prevent it from happening.
It's very true.
They're gonna have to dig upon all of those memories and more when you get this deep into a best of 5, especially when you consider, like you said, the desk was talking about it, the fatigue. It's got to be settling in at this point for MIBR.
My thoughts can't help but go towards Mazzino, who's your attack side Viper, the guy who's going to be activating on a lot of those A lurks. He has more to play for here than anybody else. Ethan's playing to have a chance at a trophy and maybe be the winningest player of all time, overtaking Chronicle, right? On the other side, you've got like Aspas playing for a trophy as well, something that he's been longing to get with a big roster. But it's Mazzino who I'm focused on, because I think this guy playing as a Chilean in front of the home crowd.
He's got the most to lose.
He does. And it would surely didn't cross his mind when he's in the upper finals, looking like one of the best teams in Americas, that they might be in this spot.
He's been saying
it all to lose, honestly. It really is.
I completely agree. He's been saying on the stream as well, listen, this would mean the most to him, to be honest. Out of all the events to win, he said if he won Masters Santiago, he would never take that title off in game.
Yeah.
Even if he won Champs.
Of
this
course.
one means the most to him. And you're right, it slipped out of his grasp, his team's grasp, game after game, and now left here.
He did put up an incredible performance in the final map against G2, but that one was a 0-3. You know, the rest of the squad was not there. Here, they have had chances to win. In fact, they flipped our expectation by being the stronger team at the start of the series.
Yeah.
Most people thought NRG were going to come in here and kind of wipe the floor. That did not happen until late on.
Well, here it is. Timer's ticking down. Haven, map 5. The battle of 2 juggernauts to decide who represents Americas for that final slot at Santiago. NRG with their reverse sweep. It's up to MIBR to try and shove them back.
Very standard pistol round setup here for NRG. 3 players over towards B. Normally, you'd be looking at them potentially reacting and pushing based off this C pressure. Regrouping over towards A early and now taking the migration to go and reinforce Scuba's position as that turret breaks.
Hell of a read.
But it's a wrong read, isn't it? Because MIBR are resetting after breaking the turret. That default is just to rob NRG of a little bit of info. And now, because NRG rotated across the map instead of pushing, there's gaps.
They're going to be looking to re-clear some space themselves. The drone does signal quite a bit to NRG here that they're at least opponents are guessing. They haven't actually capitalized and taken up a lot of that space. They're also making rotations about which way are they going.
What is going on here?
They're running rings around the map, trying to get the legs and the the steps in, apparently.
I think they're going to end up in the right position.
Yeah, they are. They're following the sound cues, and here it is. They found it anyway. Paranoia forwards. There's a stun into the back. Aspas trying to lead this again, but these walls in your face make it difficult to try and chew through and get through. Jumping, right clicks, everything being offloaded. Vulnerable to Verno. You're getting ticked down, ticked down, ticked down. The pressure is getting to these players, and you're starting to see it made manifest.
Mazzino, though, has found the gap. He's in through B. MIBR cancel a little bit, and they're going back into it.
Trying to hit those shots, though, against the Neon is a hard task all around. 14 seconds, nothing to play with. The spike is in the middle of nowhere. They need to carve out a path, but NRG are the ones stopping it. Short of the mark entirely. Players in the right spots, and the shots are fired. Flawless for NRG, and anarchy to begin this final map.
Absolutely crazy pistol round, and yet the end result is pretty similar to what we've been seeing across today and across kickoff. MIBR can't buy these rounds. They can't find them. They get themselves into somewhat winnable positions.
Come on, we're everywhere!
That's what I'm saying.
They really are. Almost every single pistol in this series has gone NRG's way. And MIBR are not going to go for the force this time.
Energy and momentum has never left NRG. Second half is split onwards. Dart reveals quite a bit there. Two players aiming to break it, and we're going to be trying to swing into that one. Still, it's good shots, good damage, and an attempt to reclaim the weapon is punished. Kiko, though, he's alone. He needs help here in a spot like this. Mazzino has found slightest of corners to play in. Dropping a few weapons, spraying a couple of shots. He's eager not to give over the Guardian. Second and Mazzino. With the smoke fading, Kiko fully aware.
He's so sharp with it there. And Zekan's only got a classic to play with. It was Mazzino, the danger guy, with the Bulldog there. And while the initial idea up through short looked like it had some legs, Kiko shut it down fast.
And turret's going to be deactivated here. Second's going to aim to get a bit of plant money here. Doesn't have a weapon to really play with, just the classic. If he wants a way to win, he's going to have to take risks, but already Ethan is hot on his trail.
And they're trying to juggle a weapon over, but it's not really going to work. Well, they keep a little bit of... Oh, yeah.
They have a lot of time at the defuse.
Yeah, they're delaying the defuse for an enormous amount of time here so that they can go and pick up the Bulldog.
Yeah. So they are going to be able to reclaim a lot of the big guns, most expensive ones at least. So, and NRG... very good at managing their economy in spots like this when they win the bonus, or at least the pistol, I should say. Sets them up beautifully for the bonus.
And they've been good in those kind of situations too.
Yeah.
You can't state enough how much it has been an issue for MIBR early. Well, he has to make a play.
You've got to take risks in a spot like that. You can't just sit back.
Crucial that MIBR get on the board here, though. They cannot allow NRG to win a bonus. You got to right the ship. You got to get belief in yourself early on in a map 5.
Right now, you're way off course. 5 players, right here, essentially grouped up towards mid here. It looks like a B hit is going to be called for. MIBR. Ball's propped up with a fast lane. Deep TP up towards the top. Zekan landing a couple of those shots. Guardian in hand. Tapping away. He's aiming for the best. But Scuba still survives and pushes it all the way back. These players are in. They're umming and ahhing. They're wondering how to get the most. But it's a bonus. Bonus for NRG. Oh my God, man.
It's gross.
You just got to look away sometimes.
That is not okay. MIBR, the only player that gets into the site is Zekan. The others are miles away. Way too far behind. Where is the aggression? Where is the killer instinct that was on display early on?
It's gone. MIBR are just lost at sea.
Zekan fights, Tex fights, Verno fights, all before Aspas is even in a position to take a duel. The system that was working so well in maps 1 and 2 has collapsed.
Running it forwards here, Aspas angry, rifle in his hands.
This is a force buy, a hero buy.
He's been doing this, rifle or operator, whatever you might call it. Turret's going to be broken, he wants to get the hell out. Not looking to get punished, but he's also potentially getting that bait and switch. But Kiko, oh my, so damn aware.
completely shut down that hero rifle and dropped it in a spot that's actually really dangerous to go and try to recover.
Retrievable. Tex has got a timing though. Past that alarm bot. This could be a difference maker, but he's going to be meeting. Was that Ethan running through the spawn? Knife out though. Unanticipated, and there's good crosshair placement. That is a gun to be reclaimed.
They need to clean this up quickly.
Done picked up, and they do clean it up. That is zero hesitation from NRG.
Yeah, I think that's the right protocol.
They give up side control, but at the end of the day, not losing the weapon is probably more important. Don't get away with this. There's no way! Toying with them. They know all the little quirks of every single map.
Gun here.
You'd expect from a team with Brock on it, and now gearing up for this. Mazzino, Guardian, you need heroics, you need magic, but again, you got to jump in Neon in your face. And what do you do about that? The damage is done, chipped down to 3 HP. Verno is biding his time to strike, but he doesn't have the gun. The firepower just not there. NRG, they're steamrolling them.
And the early gambles from MIBR have not been working. They went for the force buy earlier on. We saw it in a previous map, failed. And the look on Frod's face was one of heavy disappointment. Here, again, they go for that hero buy. They try to get a rifle into Aspas's hands.
See me moving? I saw you, bro.
The guy whose form was carrying them through the early game. We were talking about it. They're back to normal. We were saying Aspas back to how we expect him to be able to play. And across Abyss and here on Haven to open, he's not been the guy that they need him to be. If you put a hero rifle in his hand, you're hoping that he wins that fight over towards Garage. And Kiko had his number. It's gonna mean that Verno's running a Bulldog into this one. Bulldog light armor as well. He's willing to take the knock for the rest of the squad, but Verno was also one of the best performing players across the early maps.
You're essentially hampering his efforts. Got to give immense credit to Kiko though. He has got an insane level of awareness when he's been taking these fights. A real difference maker actually.
Yeah.
He's eager to get to Santiago himself as well to potentially go up against his former team.
They just qualified this morning, didn't they?
Yeah.
He'll have a chance to play against Nats and Camo if he can complete this reverse sweep, which looked incredibly unlikely earlier on.
I guess the entire series has just been unexpected results.
It has, yeah.
From beginning to potentially end now.
I want to see in this round a functional system from MIBR. I want to see the right players in entry positions. Aggression from them. Maybe even some post-plant aggression if they end towards C or B.
It's working well on other maps. Taking a fight directly to NRG.
Careful.
But they seem to have lost the plot.
They do, yeah. Fans are a bit skew-whiff here, but they're going to be contenting up behind, using the Viper wall as a bit of cover. Setup though. Alarm bot in short, and you're not going to expect Scuba to be tucked tight here, not when the alarm bot's already there, but Mada's going to be ready to join him on that long A angle, watch for as well. It's drone through mid. It's an attempt to try and pull players away, weaken the A site.
Yeah, but Ethan, is he not just grabbing full information right now on the top of B, or is he tucked behind the site? It's hard to tell from the minimap. No, he's just tucked behind, yeah. So he's actually unaware of what's happening. Turret, though, giving him good info to play off.
Turret's posted. It's just Seed is weak. Good stun, does connect. Alarm bot into the corner, and even spotting out that play as a Scuba rooted out of the spot. Mada though. He's going to answer back almost immediately there with a trade, and it looks like Brock wants to get active and into the fight. Drops down out of heaven into hell, and this guy is a demon himself when he has that Odin. Spike is dropped.
30 seconds left.
Irretrievable at this point. This is a lackluster MIBR that are running out of answers. They ran out of them a while ago, to be honest.
What a round from NRG, though, too. The paranoia is perfect from Ethan, catching the short and long players for the A squad to play off. And think about the defensive setup. They have the Killjoy on A, and MIBR, Verno's thinking, right, KJ has moved over towards A. That means the stack is probably over on the other side of the map. No, they've got many players defending the A site. Viper Orb on the A site. Killjoy util to play off as well. Hard red and destroyed those anchor positions and crossfire setups that NRG are known for deliver again.
Exactly right. I mean, it's so unexpected, really. You see that level of setup.
Well, they just left C incredibly open.
Yeah.
For whatever reason,
go.
they left C completely to Kiko and just left it in his hands.
Zeno. Slightly off center. He's going to sidestep that string of bullets, and meanwhile, Mada exploring towards mid. Supported the rest of his team here. Ethan, I believe, either priming a paranoia or ready to respond with the weapon himself. Very ready. NRG's so good at cooking up these little micro trap plays. As soon as Mada gets a sniff of any action, the rest of the team will be ready to respond, but MIBR slow going.
And they're going to be fast on the A retake if that is where MIBR end. But here comes Tex. And this could be a nightmare for the guy.
He's not long for the world, is he? As soon as that contact's caught, there it is. Paranoia.
Late.
Delayed, yeah, late. So Tex is actually going to be able to get out with his life.
Late and also into the floor, I think, from Ethan.
Not quite ready for it, but they're going to have bodies in position over towards A. The rest of them might be actually getting a bit of a read. They've moved their way up through mid, taking up residency now onto the B site. Plant forced out here, but this is fast and loose. NRG raring to go. Overdrive popped, and there is no remorse here. This gameplay, relentless stuff from NRG. Taking no prisoners. Diffuse already onto half. Tex and Verno. Not much you can do from a spot like this.
No, I mean, Verno's only got a stinger. He's not even going to want to save this.
Full diffuse, 6 rounds now in a row for NRG. The reality of this reverse sweep being made manifest more and more with each passing round.
And a complete crash down to earth from MIBR. They were in a lofty position in the upper bracket. And suddenly, every round they're going to be thinking to themselves, how have we got here?
Beautiful, bro. Beautiful, bro. Don't move.
Second timeout here for MIBR.
Second timeout burned already.
Yep.
In 6 rounds.
Yeah, it's telling.
In
It's
map
telling.
5. On your final chance, the 3rd strike of Kickoff. We already saw in Pacific RRQ fall to the same fate and fail to make Santiago. They got knocked down into a lower bracket where PaperX were waiting for them. That's a nightmare, or so is NRG. We were talking about it all throughout Americas. We were saying whoever lost between that MIBR and Furia team were going to have a serious task on their hands.
Oh, yeah.
But today, MIBR came out with so much vigor.
They came out swinging.
And yet it's just disappeared. Maybe the exhaustion, delayed onset. As the series got later and later, they seem to have run out of the same level of ideas and aggression.
Listen, best of 5s on their own are a test of endurance. They're a marathon, right? But 3 of them back to back. This is a test that has never really been had before from a team in Valorant.
No.
You need to be truly exceptional to be able to bounce back in the way that MIBR did at the beginning of this series, but they're petering out now. NRG capitalizing, taking advantage of it. Aspas. Couple of shots landing onto him. He's going to be weakened here. The paranoia in his face. Fast lane up. Trying to make them second guess themselves. And the shots. Oh my god, and not even letting them get involved. Stun ricochets with a chance to really take advantage. Has already missed this wall in their face. It is umming and ahhing. It is hesitation. And you're throwing bodies at it. NRG have the full, complete read.
They got 4 players ready to defend here, and Aspas could not entry. Knocked down to 2 HP. It was far too obvious. And this round's a weird one. Mazzino, I think, is just going to want to save the rifle.
Verno can get it. Nah.
So would Verno. Because the money is not good. Mazzino's got 150 credits. Tex has got 400. The rest of the team was going for a save. So this round was a messy buy to begin with, and now it's in a 2v5 that is essentially unwinnable. MIBR are just going to be lucky to hold on to what they've got.
You already know NRG are going to be hunting.
Man, spots like this are some of the toughest mentally, I've got to imagine.
Yeah.
Because while you could use it as like an extra
30
timeout,
seconds left.
in all likelihood, the MIBR players are going to want full silence so that they could hear anybody looking to punish the rifles. And so you've just got to sit and stew. Sit and stew in the silence, looking at that 0 at the top of the scoreboard. Thoughts ruminating on things that have gone wrong to put you in this position.
10 seconds left.
When they were so close on split,
4 rounds
Handful
away.
of rounds, yeah. 4 rounds away from qualifying for Santiago. Lining up though, Verno. He's gonna try and topple them all down, but eventually NRG come for their prize. The guns reclaimed, taken out of their hands, 7-0.
This is a collapse.
And there's no more timeouts, no more interjection from Fraud.
No.
It's up to the players to see if they can pick themselves up, but how can you do it, man, when everything you've tried has gone wrong?
It feels like NRG have got 3 or 4 players everywhere you look to end.
Yeah.
You've got to try activating the lurks more heavily. Pump fakes in one direction, try to get Mazzino inserted on an A lurk. See if you can get Tex working his way through mid. Oh, and he's dead already!
It's filthy! A punish onto the killjoy when they expect that turret lineup. Verno's out into the open. This is individualistic. This is just throwing anything at the wall and seeing what sticks, because everything has gone wrong for MIBR. NRG are putting on a world-class performance here on Haven.
Absolutely destroying the super team from Americas.
Toxin screen down.
Zekken not even able to get the punish there onto Brock. Not a piece of damage done.
Toxin screen down.
They're looking to try to get their way back in through A if they can. Mazzino's going to put up the wall and then just walk into a wall of bullets. A 2v5. Same as the previous round, but now what's the point in saving? You might as well do something. These rounds are chalked from beginning to end.
They are. NRG, the defensive setups, there's so many layers that they're putting on top. If he reads and stacks it, he got. And if there's hitting shots like that, my God!
If you're deleting Aspas in one shot while he's neon sliding, you deserve to go to Santiago. That is filthy.
Just unbelievable.
Try that one out in your ranked games.
Yeah.
Tex wrecked.
Didn't get a chance to play the game. Same could be said for
He's not going to
most
turn.
of these
He's not going to
players.
turn grass again, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
Got a bit of fear into his step, but this is 8 rounds in a row now leading NRG.
Yeah, look, he's turning the mid window now.
Yeah.
And they push, they go for an A lobby crunch. Anticipating MIBR making an adjustment. They've taken Tex down again. You are not allowed to play the game.
This is unreal. He's been forced back to that spectator seat multiple rounds in a row without even seeing a soul. Second. It's an attempt from him to return that fire, but Matters deep posted, and all it takes is a half clearance, and it leaves Matters time to shine. Zekken again returns it.
It's a good trade at least. It's a better situation, honestly, than MIBR have been in for the majority of Haven. They get themselves potentially into an A site here. NRG are evacuating it currently. They can always play the retake with the lockdown. Verno's dead, so no ult to be able to break it.
Cover going out.
Look at where they're playing. 2 players deep in spawn. Open access to the A side, but like you said, this lockdown's going to be used, presumably to retake.
I don't really understand this. You've got to pit, I think, to get yourself back in from the lockdown. You know you're going to get pushed out of the site, so you have to pit to get yourself back in. But Mazzino's so committed and the spike is so far away.
Yeah, it's again.
Are they
No
not
one's on
going
the
to go
same
for the
page.
pit?
Aspas is going for a peek here. He's overstaying. NRG are not going to offer you opportunities.
Oh, no.
Snake bite, shock darts raining down. Detainment is the only choice you've got.
They're both detained.
You're forced to lose, essentially. NRG give you no options. Give you no chances. They steal away your hope.
Far too easy for NRG. They get up to 9. MIBR with no answers, no ideas. And how could you not feel for Mazzino? You're seeing a guy's dream shatter in real time.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
All the way from the upper bracket, and NRG are manhandling them currently.
Backbreaker after backbreaker rounds.
Will Tex be allowed to play the game to open up here? Look at Brock on this line. He's going for the spam through the door. Across to A lobby.
We'll see if he lands it again. That's a lot of damage. Zekken! How does he anticipate this?
He's unbelievable, man. He's a menace everywhere around the map. You don't see him.
It's just Unbelievable. I think I used the term unethical earlier, but I'm going to reserve that for Brock from now on.
Yeah, I think it's right. And this,
They're not giving them a chance to play. They're not giving them a chance to play!
They don't even get to play the game.
Oh my God, man!
He's killed everybody through a wall. No one's seen anyone in this game.
Dex has. And even then, he's going to be shut down by the trade instantly. 9-0. Gearing up for 10 rounds in a row. Such dominance. I can't remember the last time I've seen it, especially in the fashion that NRG are going for.
For this to be map 5, MIBR will have been coming out the back of Abyss and thinking, right, well, we've got another map, we've got another opportunity. And then slowly now, the dread is going to be seeping in. I say slowly. At this point, you'd be hard to find any glimmer of hope.
Look at this. Nah.
I mean, the mad part is he wasn't dead and then he TP'd into it.
Yeah.
Headshots.
Nah.
This is brutal.
Nah. That's maniacal. I think if, listen, if you enjoy that, that's...
You're sick.
It's a red flag. It's a red flag. Brock's doing it again. He's doing it again. 10 rounds in a row. NRG. They're not giving them a chance to breathe.
I mean, what that does end up with, though, is that MIBR have got ults that they've never been able to even use.
No.
Tex
Straight there.
No armor, but not that it made a difference. Verno and Mazzino also going for Vandal, no armor.
I've never seen such a flattening.
No, this is utter dominance.
In just all the years of Valorant.
And yeah, it feels not just like a 13-0, but like a completely one-sided 13-0.
It's a statement.
But this game, the first 2.5 maps, so heavily towards MIBR.
Yeah.
And a switch flipped.
Joe now trying to get these tags off. 45 seconds though, MIBR. They're desperate for anything at this point. Grasping at straws with the stack of players. NRG have got players in position. Matter. Not that operated. The paranoia is going to be good connection. Really willing to play off the back of this one though. They've been stunted and slowed at least by that util, but that's passes forwards anyway. Leading it forwards. The team making sure that they can clear out all of the little areas here, but Ethan's still playing himself in. This guy is eager to go, raring to go. Brock over the top. Hit through heaven. Is the plan denied? No, no! Not a single chance is offered. Just when you think MIBR have a hope, a glimpse of getting around on the board, it's shattered in the blink of an eye. This is an NRG showing that world beater form, showing that world champion form, what it takes to lift a trophy, what it takes to represent Americas on the biggest stages of the year.
MIBR are just not on their level today.
And Even's feeling it.
The value from Brock is unbelievable. The shock darts raining down on Verno. Had no armor, couldn't just tank him. Not again!
No,
not
we
again!
Can't be showing this. Sidestepped for now, but you know Brock's going to be waiting in the wings.
Tex just took a tickle.
Never far behind. And a deep push. The disrespect by NRG. They are all the way through mid already. They know this game's in their grasp. They know they're in complete control. The lockdown activated, but this is NRG looking to fight over it. Shock darts raining down. Potential here with a util, but they might be forced to respect this one. DTP into the corner. It's getting a little bit messy. Ethan is hard committed. And the overextension, Hunter's Fury into the corner. This is everything being thrown. MIBR practically the kitchen sink to try and get something going for them. The pit still up. Bit of an issue here. Keeper's still active. You never know what could happen. This guy's alone. He's a one-man army. No way. Can't be doing this. Dodging, juking, avoiding the fights. The aim straight down. Can't get the third. But the damage might just be done anyway. Scuba anticipating that re-swing.
He knows where they both are. Surely MIBR get one.
They have to, surely, at this point. A 1v2. Scuba's been given agency. Free reign, he's just in the sight.
So much respect offered, so much space given. This is not how MIBR was winning earlier on.
No, they were winning with just aggression, disrespect, running at them. Reliance on the aim, but doing it together. This
Placing sentry.
This looks like their spirits have just been taken away. Scuba, tap, pulls out the dart, doesn't break it, going for the kill, and at least MIBR get the one, but my God, is the damage done.
It's a pity round at this point, thrown out for NRG. The half is utterly dominant. And you're looking at the team in the lead who've been winning on pistols as well. Who've got all the momentum behind them.
Nobody knows MIBR.
You gotta keep the spirits up somehow. Gotta keep your heads in the game, but at this point, it is NRG entirely. Pure dominance from the reigning world champs. Before our very eyes, history may be about to be made. NRG up 11-1 at the half. And our final map here, and they're on the verge of completing a historic act in itself, a reverse sweep to be made in a BO5 against a team that was bespoke built for success, bespoke built to lift trophies and attend these events. But now they have spiraled ever downwards from that upper bracket all the way down to the lowest of lows.
And a reverse sweep is one thing, but the manner in which it's happened, it is completely another.
It's unheard of.
From the point of that middle of the series, the halftime of Split, MIBR, since then, have only been able to win 6 rounds.
Yeah.
They got 1 round on Split, 4 rounds on Abyss, and now only 1 in a whole half on Haven. They are getting completely dominated. NRG, it is a victory parade right now for them.
Brimming with confidence, and it shows in their play. They're taking liberties, taking risks, and everything is working. They can do no wrong. All the damage offloaded into Kiko here for the pistol. This has been NRG's domain so far in this series.
Yeah, they've been winning so many of these.
Verno, the sole recipient of a lot of this aggression that might be coming his way here. He's just trying to hold down the A side, but look at him. Looking left, looking right. He's got to clear A short, A long. A lot of unknowns. Doesn't know where these players could be. He's just missed the timing, and now with the util, there's no more chances. He's just got to try and weather the storm and get his team back in, but that dart is good. Aspas delivers it. To blow to the head, Mada's going to be knocked down and down by the cow, but Scuba lurking off to the side. Kills claimed. NRG, they've got the guns and got the weapons. Space is theirs. And Verno, tucked tight to the corner. This Anchor Smoke is the only respite he's got. His team is in, though, ready to try and put up a bit of a performance, and Tech's okay. At least getting himself online, some kills on the board. Allowed to play the game for once in this map.
Yeah. Scuba fakes like he's running away. He's been easily the most clutch player in the game so far. Most clutch out of any of these guys at kickoff, but this would be something completely different.
11 seconds, though. Not a lot of time to work with, and the damage already done, so... Pistol rounds.
They double the amount of rounds that they've won so far on Haven.
Yeah, a round of fist bumps, too. No cause for jumping out of your seat just yet, though.
No, it's 2 in a row. We'll have to make it 3, and then keep going from there. It looks like an impossible task. I think I would have also said the one Split that the comeback was fairly impossible for NRG.
They managed to do it.
I never say never. NRG have been up 11-1 before and lost.
Cover going out.
That's very true.
But in that situation, it was their opponents putting the pressure of the reverse sweep on them. And in map 5, they fairly easily dealt with it. And that was what allowed them to lift the trophy at the end of last year. It's just all got to be absolutely perfect from here for MIBR.
And from what we've seen, it's been disjointed. No more timeouts, no more time for interjection, breathing room, time to think. Just got to drag it back one round at a time, but NRG, look at them. I mean, they're playing for the long haul. Orbs up, biding their time. It's the danger of a team like NRG. They're going to play every single round to win, even if they're on an eco. And they're hungry for the kill. Zekken desperately trying to escape this one, but takes Aspas. Answer back. They slap them straight back down to earth and ground this NRG squad that was getting away with a little bit too much.
A good beginning, a clean conversion off the pistol. And a rare pistol. They couldn't have asked for a better time to be able to win one, but is it just too late?
That's the question.
They need Aspas to be hitting shots like that constantly, all across the map.
Bro, why me?
Remember, you have players in position here, especially Aspas. Deep smoke, though, is going to be obfuscating the sideline. You can see how difficult it is for him to get anything done with this scope weapon. Smokes and walls in his face potentially now, and that drone needs to be broken. Barely at that. It's a tag onto Mazzino. He's going to be forced out of the fight. And the issue's there. Turret gone. Spam through the smoke. Tex at least delivers that. Ethan's going to be dropped, but Scuba is finding his own marks. Out towards Garage and a call for the cancel. NRG want to make moves now to a different area of the map.
They're fully leaving, but they have no smokes. Ethan's dead.
Lambot spots it out. Tex is gone, though. Deleted. Gun out for Verno. And if he presses forwards here, he's going to be sorely disappointed. He still gets the one. Kiko trades it out, and that's the plan denied. Now picked up and running around. Mazzino with the wall up. Hold on the timing. Scuba connecting the kills here. Aspas left out in that 1v2. He has the rifle, but he doesn't know the positioning, and Matters already in that forward approach. Ready to take that first point, first contact, first shot for him. Jiggle. Seen it. By the looks of it, just backs himself out.
Yeah, I don't know whether he did.
Yeah, maybe not. Kiko is already moving to clear up most of A long and A lobby, so it looks like they have missed the mark. But again, how difficult this spot is for Aspas to play in. He doesn't know where any of these players are. Heaven compromised. Kiko all the way around. Here's the sound cues. That at least clears up one, but at this point, time is running short, and another tap. He's just looking for the next signs of life. At some point, he has to stick this, and he realizes it. Has to give it up, has to try and save this rifle, but now you can truly make no mistakes. This is the 12th round for NRG. One more is all it will take to complete one of the most dominant reverse sweeps I have ever seen.
9 opportunities. NRG have done such a good job to get themselves into this spot. And the way that they escape this situation is ridiculous too.
Yeah.
Ethan down, no smoke on the C connector, but they still get it with a nanoswarm and leave Aspas stuck in a 1v3. Mada's positioning makes it essentially impossible. Verno's going to take the Vandal no armor again.
In his match here, that is a very dangerous prospect. Dropped down to 75.
Yeah,
perhaps lucky to be alive, but
only a little bit of chip damage, actually. I suppose it could have gone worse.
Yeah, it could have. But all NRG need is one round. They know it. Close to a couple of ultimates here. Gonna be looking to make no mistakes. The spray of bullets is just relentless. It's an onslaught. That's just Brock trying to go for the turret that usually gets placed.
You don't want Tex to get a kill, though. He would have his lockdown online, and it would allow them to pull Verno off the A site and play it much softer. Verno's telling the rest of his team to stay stacked.
It's good damage.
Zeki gets a 140.
Might be kicking himself if he didn't confirm that kill here. Maneuvering by NRG, leading over towards B.
Well, they haven't broken the alarm bot.
Lanes are pushed up, Ethan with a DTP in, but that snake bite. Goal achieved for NRG. They have 35 seconds left, but they wanted to pull out a bit of that util. They don't have any A control.
30 seconds left.
MIBR now.
Almost
Zekken, Verno. Gonna try and put a stop to this. All the noise being made in the world now. It's obvious signs that this is gonna be leaning over towards A. Bodies are starting to get flooding into the site. Trying to reinforce this all the way up. The crossfire setup is there. Aspas, Zekken activating Verno. It's all there in time to keep this team alive.
It's not the best round that Ethan's ever called on the attack. But they've got such a buffer. You've got to imagine it doesn't matter too much. MIBR, though, managed to grab another round. And actually, Bonkar takes a tactical timeout, which I'm a little surprised about here, in the sense that you have so much opportunity to let the team find out the answers themselves. And do you really want Fraud to have an opportunity to come in and talk?
It has given him time now.
Because he's burnt both of his timeouts already. He burnt them, I think, in the first 6 rounds.
6 rounds, yeah.
So now Fraud finally gets another opportunity. He could talk to his team at the halftime break, but now comes back in again right before round 17. I think there were a lot of problems with how Ethan approached the attack side there, but Bonkar looking to rectify them instantly. That alarm bot stayed up in garage. They didn't punish Verno for playing A super soft. By the time they went back into A, it was pretty obvious after that B fake what direction they were going into. MIBR have been given a chance, a shred of hope. If you're thinking about it from NRG's perspective, they can't allow that to build.
No. But at the same time, it's insurmountable, surely.
You'd think so.
All they need is one round. We've seen how many scenarios where a team doesn't even have to be on a gun round, right? Where they've got money to spend. Get pushed down to an eco, but they end up winning it anyway. Countless times.
It often does go that way, doesn't it? Where
yeah.
the team that's mounting a comeback just takes a foot off the gas a little bit, thinking, all right, it's an anti-eco.
That's when it gets most dangerous. But yeah, maybe a round like this here, NRG will be taking risks. We'll be running it all the way down towards A here. There's a lot of sound cues are going to be heard. Matter. Stun offloaded and a shot here. Aspas not scared to really just square up, try and posture and push back the approach. Good reveal. Dart tags onto Ethan, but he's not done yet as well. He's working his way in, eventually cleaned and mopped up by Verno. The repeat of Aspas is there.
Kiko's just looking for anything he possibly can in the other direction. Maybe you can figure out what this defensive setup looks like from Tex.
Yeah, be gathering information, a bit of recon duty, right?
Yeah, this time... Hello. Is it turret down?
Out of range, maybe?
Yeah. Shouldn't make too much difference.
No, it might be able to get a plan going.
This is Verno getting one away from being able to get his Fury online.
Kiko. Not a lot of spots you can play for there. At least it gets the plant down. NRG, a bit more money can get built up for MIBR.
And they get the ult.
Yeah.
Well, Mazzino seems to be taking the defuse at the moment, but it should be going over towards Verno, who can now get a Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, and it will be.
And that'll apply a lot of pressure to NRG if they're looking to try to get a plant down. You know, they are starting to develop something here that's going to cause NRG a bit of trouble.
How many to believe?
Another 2 rifle rounds, I think. There's still just so many opportunities for any mistake, any big moment. And it's Santiago gone.
Yeah.
The tension must be ridiculous on the MIBR side.
I mean, it's got to have reached its apex now. No more mistakes. No more missteps. You have to play perfect Valorant to stay alive. Otherwise, NRG will be completing that reverse sweep.
They changed the defensive setup almost completely.
Yeah. Deep alarm bot down into A short, but all the way over towards B. NRG typically do a bit of poking and prodding, but this looks like a hard committal. Ethan's got the spike and he's in the back of the site. Zekken, he's gone. Finished off. And now with that pit blossoming out, this is dangerous. Tidings, Verno! Ult earned prior. Bit of respite there. Snakebite also to combo it all up. Matter playing skip rope over the top of that. Barely alive, and they don't think, really, I believe he's unaccounted for in a spot like this. He might be able to do some serious work inside the pits. Aspas.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Scoped up. Rourke, shock darts. Mazzino's brought down. Is this how it ends? A round like this, a scenario like this.
They know that NRG have to go and get the spike, but they have no clue about Mada.
No. Smash just hoping for signs of life. Mada is finally there. Shows his presence. The pit drops down. And a lockdown now to give them that buffer room, that breathing room. Verno and Tex have got it all to do in a spot like this. How do you push this back? World beater form. Eager to take the fights, but the lockdown will force that respect into you. At least earning themselves a 2v3. Lockdown of their own now to get back into the fight. What is the call to be made? Mada.
Good spam damage on the Mada.
Yeah, a whole load of bullets. He backs himself out and away. Everybody playing the distance now. NRG, back it up, rolling retreat. They know the plan's down. They know the win con's within their grasp. Just a matter of execution at this point. Deep drone. Turret trying to spot out where all of these players are on the extremities. A tap. Seeing where that swing is. Scuba, Kiko combine their might. This has to be it. The impetus, the turning point. NRG, domination across the board. They make history in Americas. They complete the reverse sweep. And your final team to go to Santiago is your reigning world champions.
A genuinely incredible comeback from NRG. They flipped a switch. They completely activated, hit that world beater form, and dominated the final 2 maps. Absolutely crushed MIBR, and I choose my words carefully because they must be crushed on that side of the stage.
Yeah.
With the way that Mazzino was talking about the chances of being able to go and play in his home country in front of friends and family, that is a brutal, brutal way to lose. 3 back-to-back-to-back best of 5s, and you were 4 rounds away from qualification on Split.
All love on the other side of the stage here. NRG, they've earned that trophy, earned it well. Pulling off a miracle performance, and they will be your final team going to Santiago. Looking to see if they can fill out and round out our trophy cabinet a little bit more at the first global event of this year.
If they can access the form they hit in the second half of this BO5, they are going to be in a serious chance of lifting a Masters trophy. A long road ahead, of course.
Yeah.
But this team has got an incredible ceiling.